mean, it could happen. I mean, why not? If Crawford wanna challenge himself to be great, let him try to be great. So you know what I'm saying. I'm with it. So I'll be going for Bud.
Retired right now and be in the Hall of Fame. He couldn't. Like everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish.
Do you not think Spence will be in the Hall of Fame?
Right now? No, how?
Yeah, he's right, dude. He's right.
How? He fought in one division.
He never unified the belts.
He unified.
He did unify.
After so much silence on Terence Crawford, Errol Spence has finally called for the rematch between the pair, following Terence Crawford's recent claims on him being a substandard fighter. While it seems late to pursue a rematch against Crawford, Errol Spence has tried his luck and decided to call out the two-time undisputed champion after several moments of disrespect from Crawford. Their first fight didn't end well for Spence, and it's surely one of the reasons why he saw his stock drop massively as a boxer, with an embarrassing performance that'll never be forgotten from him, sadly.
I would never want to fight him coming off an accident like that, because when I beat him, then y'all gonna say it was because of the accident.
Right.
He fight. He beat Danny Garcia. I was in the crowd. I said, nah, he can't beat me. That's the first time I seen Spence fight live. I said.
So you knew then when you seen that?
I'm like, yeah, because it's different on TV than when you watching it up close in person.
He did unify. IBF.
He unified.
IBF, was it?
He had three.
Yeah, but he didn't unify all
WBA,
four. He wasn't
IBF.
undisputed.
Huh?
He wasn't undisputed.
He wasn't. No, but what I'm saying is, they already called him a weight bully, right? He beat Kell Brook coming off of a loss, an eye injury. He beat Sean Porter.
For Spence, many in the boxing community have defined him by his fight against Terence Crawford. He made the call for a rematch in social media, while responding to a clip where Terence Crawford was being interviewed and asked if Errol Spence was worthy to receive the International Boxing Hall of Fame. So along my career, I've been criticized, of course. This must have gotten Errol Spence, whose last appearance in boxing was when he was promoting one of the fights of a fighter signed to his boxing promotion. In a fight for the World Boxing Association lightweight title, Errol Spence Jr. hasn't returned to action since his 2023 loss to Terence. Crawford, Spence, and Crawford were thought to be very evenly matched. However, Crawford dominated the contest, handing Spence his first career loss. Spence is now 28-10 with 22 KOs to roll.
Along my career, I've been criticized and people have taken credit away from me just to try to diminish my accomplishments, just off of pure hate. So what would they be able to say with me going up 2 weight classes?
People say, oh, well, maybe it was the weight or whatever the case is. What do you think about that? Like, talking about the weight at 154?
Well, I wasn't worried about that. I felt stronger than him. I felt that I punched harder than him. I felt as if I hurt him many of the times.
Spence has now revealed on social media that the worst thing he has done as an athlete was drinking. Spence's social media post also drew a reaction from Gervonta Davis, who fights Lamont Roach tonight. Worst thing I did to myself was drinking. If you're an athlete, focus on the end goal. Hopefully it's a better situation for you and your loved ones. Apart from his defeat against Crawford, Spence has had a stellar career.
Hold his head up. It's a learning experience. You just bounce back from it. It's about how you come back and how you show people that that having young in your career and
that's a good win. Like, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him or
I understand
things like that, but I honestly don't know if he make it to the Hall of Fame.
However, his last performance saw a rise in the number of critics. Some fans have suggested that Spence doesn't have it in him anymore. This recently prompted a reaction from Spence as he wrote on X, formerly Twitter. Some of y'all use "he washed" to loosely post "y'all mama," so you can see what washed really is Spence was the unified welterweight champion prior to his loss to Terence.
In the fight,
Yeah.
but I just felt like, you know, he came prepared and he was ready and he fought a good fight.
Yeah.
He was awkward. He was patient. He was determined. He stuck to his game plan, and he did what he had to do to make.
Crawford, he held the WBA, WBC, and IBF titles at that time. Spence was the unified champion between 2017 and 2023. While he hasn't fought in close to 2 years, Spence is still 34, and fans can expect a big-name opponent in his return, two-weight undisputed.
A lot of people say, oh, well, he's money hungry, he's looking at money, and he's trying to cash out, and this and that. I've been getting money for years. I've been getting millions for years.
Yeah.
And I'm not stupid with my money.
Right.
As you can see, I don't buy no Ferraris, Lamborghinis, and, you know what I mean, walk around with 100 people around me, and I got all this jewelry that I bought. Like,
Champion Terence Crawford seems to have found himself in some controversy after his recent comments about his former opponent Errol Spence Jr. The pair went toe-to-toe against each other back in 2023, which saw Bud Crawford deliver a pretty one-sided beatdown on the truth since then. Spence Jr. has failed to make a comeback.
He got caught. He should have boxed a little bit more, but, things happen. You got to learn from it.
Definitely, it was exciting. The whole build up to it and leading up to it too. So it's something that I wouldn't change for nothing. And I'm definitely open to the rematch, and hopefully it'll be at 150.
The former unified welterweight champion had the option to invoke a rematch clause against Crawford, but chose not to pursue it more recently. He was in talks for a fight against WBC and WBO super welterweight champion Sebastian Fundora, but even that never materialized. After several delays, this caused many to believe Spence was never coming back to the ring. Crawford.
If he fight Canelo, I'll be going for him. I mean, I don't know if he's going to win or lose, but I definitely be going Crawford. I think if anybody can pull it off, he can pull it off. He's chasing greatness, so why not? Canelo came up to 175 and all that, and fought Kovalev and fought the other guy too. So I mean, if he can do it, he started at 147. So I mean, if he's doing it.
On the other hand, rose to new heights. The Nebraskan is now scheduled to square off against Canelo Alvarez in September. Later this year, regardless, ahead of his mega fight against Canelo, he appeared in an interview with Pound for Pound with Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo, where he claimed Spence Jr. does not warrant a place in the Boxing Hall of Fame yet because of a lack of substantial achievements in the sport as compared to him.
Got the confidence to come out there and just be like, okay, well, even the skills to say, all right, let me see how you gonna take a punch to the chin. Let me see how you gonna take a punch to the body. Let me see how you gonna react when you can't bully somebody around.
Good, I just hit the ball.
Okay. So my mind was, it was racing a little bit. And I was like, man, how should I come out? And it was like, man, just come out boxing.
Listen, just like you talking, just like you doing all that talking, bro, it can turn deadly real quick. But on both sides, so why not support, listen, why not support your fighter? Support your fighter.
Trax has crazy power that he believes in. He has a great chance to, he'll let you get out punches. I can retire right now and be in the Hall of Fame. He couldn't, Crawford said during the podcast, like everything that I've accomplished, he's still trying to accomplish, later elaborating on his point. Crawford explained, like he fought in one division, he unified 3 belts. They already called him a weight bully, right? He beat Kelbrook coming off of a lost eye injury. Crawford acknowledged Spence's win over Sean Porter, but didn't think it was enough. That's a good win. I don't want to sound like I'm hating on him or anything like that.
It's like, how important is it for you to be able to rank yourself amongst all the top guys that ever did this thing?
It'd be great. That's why you take the chance. This is by far the biggest opportunity, but the biggest risk that I ever took in my career.
Yeah.
And I understand what's at stake, and I understand the level of competition that I'm up against, and I be like, I be like, man, come on, man.
Yeah.
So every time he say that, you know, I just be like gradually getting into like looking at it, like, okay. And he's not that big. You know, he heavy, but he not that big.
Right.
You know, and I'm just like, all right. I'm laughing, but at the same time, it started hitting me like, all right, man.
I honestly don't know if he'll make it to the Hall of Fame with the accolades that he got right now. While there's some substance to Crawford's point, fans and experts alike have disagreed with him. That includes boxing trainer Kevin Cunningham, who responded to Crawford's comments, writing, "In my opinion, Errol Spence Jr. has done enough to eventually get into the half Olympian 3 world titles at welterweight and was top 4 pound for pound." This is the same sentiment echoed by Erickson Lubin as well. While Terence Crawford has recently grown in popularity after his win over Spence, he has one of the most decorated resumes in the sport. He has titles in 4 weight classes and the undisputed title in 2 different weight classes throughout his run. Many have doubted his ability to beat his opponents at various stages, but Crawford has always proved them wrong. However, Erickson Lubin isn't convinced Crawford has really accomplished anything. No disrespect, but I don't think Crawford really fought anyone either. Lubin wrote, responding to Crawford's comments about Errol Spence Jr., his chances of getting into the Boxing Hall of Fame, moving up weight classes and stopping 11/12
After a lot of rumors throughout the first half of 2024 that the two pound-for-pound stars could step into the ring with one another, talks appeared to die down as the year progressed, and it seemed that boxing fans would not get to see the matchup. In recent weeks, rumors have begun to swirl once again that the fight could be in contention. With both Canelo and Crawford looking for opponents for next year, the fight would see current WBA super welterweight champion Crawford step up another 2 weight classes to go up against reigning unified super middleweight champion Canelo. As for Terence Crawford, it remains to be seen if he is actually interested in taking on Errol Spence in a rematch after Canelo Alvarez.
If Canelo become undisputed again and I beat Canelo, what could they say? They'll say something, but what
they're gonna find something, you know that.
But what can they really say?
Right.
You know? So that's the legacy fight right there for me. I'm not looking at, a lot of people say, oh, well, he's money hungry, I'm up against, and that would make it great. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what all the great fighters will want, because it's a high risk, high reward type of fight. You come out on top, look at everything that's gonna happen after that. You one of the top 5 fighters in the world ever, probably.
That's what I was gonna ask you. Where you rank it? Because I put that on Twitter. I said, if you beat Canelo.
Right now, the only fight on his mind is the Canelo fight, and he has revealed this to the public on several occasions, how he might have retired if Canelo didn't give him the fight. He waited so long for Errol Spence to trigger the rematch clause, only to be left waiting until he could wait no more. The more realistic option for Spence is to go to the super welterweight division and fight one of the guys there as a tune-up fight before getting himself into a world championship match again. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected to us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.